Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 17th of February 2020. So bonds, Bitcoin and bullion bid as quantitative easing hopes send stocks soaring. A bit of a pun there on the quarantine in China from the coronavirus. So, but obviously, a bit of a pun there on the Fed are going to be doing QE before long, and this is what sent the stock market back up on Friday after moving lower. So you can see there sideways. We've got the all-time highs sitting there at 29,567. But what is going to push this market through? Well, it's going to need negative rates and QE money being pumped into the markets. So it's really struggling at the moment and doing some funny things the last couple of days. And again, we've got some indecision we see here. Let's just have a recap of what the market did in the pre-market. There you can see it was fairly quiet actually for the Dow, and then prices moved lower. And I would imagine that it's very difficult for a lot of people to actually look at this and go, well, I don't really want to buy as it's at the all-time highs, and I don't really want to sell either. So, which is probably why we're getting a bit of this sideways motion. However, the Dow did sell off initially, eventually got back above the 20-bar moving average, but didn't hold. As soon as it broke the DP, prices went south, which you can see there. And then into the evening, we have a classic, a bit later on actually than what would not be normal. We've got the market putting in its 76% retracement. Bang on the dot there, and they bring the market back to the DP level before the close there. So again, no surprise. Seems to be what is normal these days. Now the markets are closed tomorrow. It's President's Day in the US, so it could be an interesting one. Not a lot to move the markets. That doesn't mean to say that they won't use the electronic market, i.e. the futures market, to drive prices to the upside. For the rest of the week, we've got ECB on Thursday, and that's about it really. It's a quiet week, so we can expect anything. The market's going to have to find its news from anywhere else. It can find it to move it, whether it's Trump or the coronavirus. In the implied volatility, well, this is a reflection of the quietness and sideways move. The implied volatility is also sideways, but remains green in the colour-coded one there, below the 20-bar moving average. Bonds were up slightly on Friday, and the yield also remains normal. And finally, in Bitcoin, last few days we've seen the market correcting. Well, for Saturday, recording this on the Sunday, the market's finding support at the 20-bar moving average important level, as we saw here. And here as the market came back through. So this area is crucial for this price and this market to move back to the upside there. Failure to do this, we'll see a potential retest of the 200 MA. So in the 4-hour chart yesterday, Saturday, we see the market selling off, bit of buying support, but overnight prices have rounded off and moved lower. And you can see this as I drag the chart over. Again, this is these awful spikes that we keep getting in prices, just move to the downside there, and then back to the tiny ranges until just prior to recording. The market's taken another hit to the downside, but bounced at the moment. But again, stuck in a bit of a sideways move. Apart from the pullback during yesterday. Okay, that will do for this one. Keep in mind the market is closed tomorrow, and that's the US market, and a bit of a quiet week as well. We'll talk about that in Tuesday's Market Alert. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.